Year 12. I am consciously aware my back is to you today, but I want you to know my words, my voice, and my heart are all facing to you in this moment. 26 years ago, the first Year 12s graduated from our college. I was there that day, and it was a wonderful occasion. There was that same mix of formality and fun that our students enjoy today. The faces and the buildings have changed, but that FCAC spirit remains the same. At the time, the location for any special event was the college green. It was always hot at this time of year, but there was something special about being outside on our beautiful campus. If you could find a piece of shade and the breeze was at your back, it was quite lovely. You could hear the lorikeets screeching through the trees, the minor birds nipping cheekily around your feet, and if you were lucky, you'd catch a glimpse of a kangaroo watching lazily from the shade. What a special place is our school. Of course, no one is arguing that we should give up the air-conditioned comfort of the Geese Centre, even if we no longer get to hear the warbling of the butcher birds. Something that I've always thought was odd was that one animal we have featured on our chapel windows are geese. Of all the animals on campus, why do geese get such an esteemed place in the very heart of our college? It turns out there's a story behind this. And we can actually learn a lot from geese. And I'm going to share with you 2 life lessons inspired by these majestic creatures. The first is The Parable of the Geese by Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard. It goes like this. A certain flock of geese lived together in a barnyard with high walls around it. Because the corn was good and the barnyard was secure, these geese would never take a risk. One day, a philosopher goose came among them. He was a very good philosopher. And every week they listened quietly and attentively to his learned discourses. My fellow travellers on the way of life, he would say, can you seriously imagine that this barnyard, with great high walls around it, is all there is to existence? I tell you, there is another and a greater world outside, a world of which we are only dimly aware. Our forefathers knew of this outside world, for did they not stretch their wings and fly across the trackless wastes of desert and ocean, of green valley and wooded hill? But alas, here we remain in this barnyard, our wings folded and tucked into our sides, as we are content to puddle in the mud, never lifting our eyes to the heaven which should be our home. These geese thought this was very fine lecturing. How poetical, they thought. How profoundly existential. What a flawless summary of the mystery of existence. Often the philosophers spoke of the advantages of flight, calling on the geese to be what they were. After all, they had wings, he pointed out. What were wings for but to fly with? Often he reflected on the beauty and wonder of life outside the barnyard. and the freedom of the skies. The geese really enjoy these lectures, and they agree with the philosopher, but ultimately they choose to continue waddling around their barnyard, never taking the leap to fly. The parable highlights a common human condition: knowing what one should do, but failing to act on that knowledge. So, class of 2025, what will you do when the gates are thrown open and you leave this place and enter the outside world? Will you waddle or will you fly? The second story I want to share with you is titled Lessons from Geese by Dr. Robert McNeish, a science teacher who was intrigued by his observations of geese on his property. Lesson 1. As geese flap their wings, they create an uplift for the bird following. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% greater flying range than if any bird were to fly alone. Flying together creates an uplift, a surge that carries the whole farther than its individual parts could ever go by themselves. In life, it is really important to fly with people who share a common direction and a sense of community. You will provide uplift for each other, and together go far. If you fly with the wrong flock, expect only bad weather on your horizon. Lesson 2. Whenever a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of trying to fly alone, and quickly gets back into formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird immediately in front. If you have as much sense as a goose, you will stay in formation with those people who are headed the same way you are. It reminds me of that famous African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Lesson 3. When the lead goose gets tired, it rotates back into formation, and another goose flies at the point position. Being the lead goose is the most demanding job. They suffer the full force of the headwinds. In life, there are times when you benefit from the uplift of those in front of you. But there are times when you need to step up and be the head goose to support the others in your flock. Tipple's the head goose here because he's got the biggest wingspan. He's also a bit of a goose. Lesson 4. The geese in formation honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep up their speed. Through your encouragement, you can give strength to others. What you say to others matters. It affects the whole flock. And lesson 5, the greatest lesson. When a goose gets sick, Two geese drop out of formation and follow it down to help and protect it. They stay with it until it is able to fly again or passes away. They then launch out on their own with another formation or catch up with the flock. And it's about being there for each other. Stand by your flock in the tough times as well as the good. And when you find you are at your lowest and hope is fading, I want you to remember Emily Dickinson's words. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. So, my students, it's time to leave the nest. Do not waddle through life. Choose to fly with the gifts you have been given. Spread your wings wide and rise from this place. Lift your eyes to the heavens and soar. Soar high. May God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.